Hey, welcome to Tech Tip with Common Sense Tech Solutions. My name is Scott, and we're going to take a minute today to talk about using Google Apps to scan and save old photographs. So we all have these boxes of old Polaroids and photos, sometimes from our grandparents and our parents and our kids, and we've got these things just crammed in every little nook and cranny in the house. And it's time to take those pictures and liberate them from their boxes and to get them up into the cloud where they can be used. So to make this easy today, I've just got a little Google Slides presentation we're going to walk through so I can kind of show you how to get this done. And if you'd like the link to this slides presentation, we'll make it available to you later as well. You can use this and share with your family and friends and maybe folks at church or any other civic organization that you're a part of, because this is the kind of information that is very useful, because if we don't get these photos out of these old dusty boxes, they're just going to get destroyed over time. And it's really important to get and save these pictures and put them into an easy to use format that will survive into the future. So without further ado, let's talk about this a little bit. The way that we're going to do this today is we're going to use Google Apps. The Google Apps are convenient because they work on even Apple or Android. They're not particular. They work just as good on an Apple device as they do an Android device. There's other services that do the same kind of things with the cloud, as far as like Dropbox or Microsoft's OneDrive. But I find Google Drive to be the easiest to use, just the most intuitive, the most features, and it gives you, I believe you get like 10 gigabytes of free space. For Google Drive or for Google Photos, I think they give you unlimited if you upload videos from your smartphone. But for today, what we're going to do is we're going to use both the Google Photos app for cloud storage, but we're going to also use the Google PhotoScan app. The PhotoScan app has been out for a couple of months now, and it is an excellent way to get old pictures up into the cloud. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you with this little screenshot here of how to get this done. This is what my phone would look like, and yours would look very similar too if you use Apple. If you use Android, it's going to be the exact same kind of a principle once we get the app open. Before you get started in this today, you're going to need your Google account. So if you don't have a Gmail account yet, go ahead and get one set up. If you don't know how to do that, please get in touch with us and we can help do that as well. Even over a remote connection, you don't even have to come to us, or we don't have to come to your house. We can help you get everything you need set up for this. You're going to need your smartphone, either an Apple or an Android device, and you're going to need the PhotoScan app. And if you want to use the cloud storage, you're going to need the Google Photos app. They work excellently in tandem. So this is how we're going to get started. Once you have the Google PhotoScan app on your phone, here is located in my little photography bucket I've got on my phone. You can see my phone in the background there has lots and lots of apps on it. So I keep things organized in these little buckets. In my photography bucket, I've got the PhotoScan app. So you're going to go ahead and open up the app. It'll walk through into its little PhotoScan app logo, and then it'll open up, and you will see a little rangefinder. The thing that's shown here highlighted, it will be a walking, talking video. This still picture is just taken so that you can see what you will need to know to get this taken care of. So in this little frame, you're going to take a picture and you're just going to lay the picture out on a table somewhere flat. It doesn't really matter what's going on. You can tell this was done just on a dining room table with a mat underneath of it. You don't even have to put a mat. It doesn't matter where you're taking these pictures. The app is going to do all of the work of getting the glare out and making the angle look good. So with that being said, here's how this works. You take your photo and lay it down here. This is my son, Nathaniel, when he was a little kid. We take lots of digital photos of my youngest child, but this is my oldest child. This picture was probably taken in 2005. We did not have smartphones at the time, and those pictures are now, who knows where they're at. They're probably on an old phone or an old hard drive somewhere. This was actually one we had taken at the store. We don't even do that anymore. We just do pictures ourselves. But so this is an excellent candidate for getting this saved so that it doesn't end up just lost, or if something happens and this picture is normally in a frame, it could get wet and lost. So what we do is you lay the picture down on the table. You get it within this frame. It tells you to position photo within frame. Once you have it in that frame, what we're going to end up doing is we're going to snap a picture by tapping the little app's photo button. Now, this is not the button that's on the bottom of my phone. That would be below it. This is actually in the app on the screen. It says tap. Once you do that tap, it will save a real quick little still of the picture. Not real good quality. You can see it's kind of blurry because I might have been moving. But the important part is this. Note the little white dots that have appeared in the corners of the picture. This is going to be how the Google app is going to work. We're going to move this circle here by moving the camera around until we can get that circle up here to that dot. Then we're going to work clockwise around to the other dots. So to start out, I'm going to start moving the camera around until I can get that circle up into that dot. Now, once I have it up there, you're going to notice it's going to start to do its little blue ring. It'll complete itself out, and then it'll be ready to go to the next one. So I'm started in the upper left dot. Once I've got that one complete, I go over to the upper right dot. I go around and wait for it to finish up its little thing there. Then I'm going to kind of move the camera down, angle down until I can get the little circle into this dot. Then it moves over and finishes up the last dot. Now, what the computer is doing there, what the app is actually doing is it's going to compile all those different angles that I just took and make a very nice, high quality, flat level picture that is scanned and ready to go. So once I've gotten this last dot done, you will notice all of a sudden it's just going to make a little poof sound. You're going to be all done. Your picture is going to be ready to go. And you know this is ready to go because now even though you're seeing the video frame again and the picture's moving around, you notice down here, it's got a picture saved. So as you note the little round picture down here in the corner, that is now saved. It's ready to be dealt with, and I can continue on scanning. So in effect, I could just lay out a whole row of pictures, get the one picture done, go on to the next one and continue on without stopping and designating where the pictures are going. I can just boom, 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 be done. And I could do a whole shoebox in just a matter of minutes. But for the purposes of today's video, let's go down here and take a look at the little picture. We're just going to do this one today. So if I go down here and I actually tap on the little picture, the edit screen is going to open. Once the edit screen is open, you'll notice the picture is here. It's going to give you a little view of how good the picture is going to look. And then it's going to give you options. You can rotate the picture if it's sideways or something like that and you want it to be upright. However you want the picture to be saved, you can adjust the corners by editing and cropping. Rotate, or if it just did not come out well, you want to try maybe to turn on a different light and try to do something different, you can delete it and start over again. But for this purpose, I'm going to say this picture looks pretty good. It actually does. This picture has gotten rough through the moves and the humidity that we've lived in. So this is actually a pretty good representation of what that picture looks like. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, you know what, I like this picture. I'm going to go up here to this menu at the top, the little three dots. I'm going to push on that. Once I do, I get the option to save to the camera roll. That's my Apple's default picture device. I can save it to my Apple device. I can delete it, or I can help Google out with some feedback on like, hey, I don't like the way it did this or that. But for right now, let's go ahead and click on that camera roll. Once I've done that, now that image is saved on my phone. And now it's given me the option of what I like to go ahead and open up Google Photos as well, that other app we were mentioning, the cloud service app. I'm not going to open mine up right now just for the purposes of this, but you could open the Google Photos app immediately and then put that photo in whatever folder or album that you'd like to put it in, or you've got the option to go ahead and go start scanning some more photos. And that is it. That picture is now safe in the cloud. It's on my device. It's digital. I can share it. It's ready to go. For the rest of the video, I just want to take a real quick second to tell you about the Google Photos app. Once I do open up my app, you can see I've got some questionable parenting choices here. I don't really want to talk about what's happening there. But if you look at the general gist of it, you've got pictures being saved in date order. You can set up albums if you want to, family pictures. If you've got a bunch of your old grandparents' pictures and that's what you're scanning in, you can save them in maybe a family history album. But any way that you're doing this, what you're seeing when you're in Google Photos are the pictures that you have saved that are now safe on the cloud. They're not going to be rotting away in a box somewhere. They're not stuck on one device just waiting for you to drop it or break that device and then they're lost. They're in the cloud, they're safe, and they're accessible from other devices. And that is the beauty of using cloud storage. You can save your pictures. You can free up the space on your device. You can find gigabytes of space on your device just by getting these pictures off of them and onto the cloud. You can share across those devices. You can edit and make little videos with these apps. But for most importantly, you can archive these for later use. If that archiving interests you, you'd be interested to know that we are starting a program called Endangered Memories out at Fiddler's Grove in Wilson County, Tennessee. If you happen to live here in the area, you can visit Fiddler's Grove. And this Endangered Memories program is just getting started. We're going to offer tips and resources and workshops on getting our memories out of these shoeboxes and up into the cloud where they belong. So if you're interested in that at all, you can check it out at fiddlersgrovetn.com, Endangered Memories. And I hope you've enjoyed this video. We are Common Sense Tech Solutions. You can find us at Common Sense TN. If you like this video, please share it along. If you have any recommendations for future videos, please let us know and we'll get right to it. Thank you very much and you have a great day.